Do you want to do a sound test?
A sound test?
I'm just kidding. You guys should hear that. This stuff's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, I guess I could post one.
I don't think we've recorded any of our sound tests.
Yes, I have. But...
Dope. Welcome back to another episode of Toxic and Weeb. Yeah. So on the way here, I got a coffee, and well, I thought I was gonna get pulled over because of the nice actions of another person.
Because of the nice actions of another person.
Yeah, and because I'm socially awkward.
Okay.
So, yeah, I know it sounds a little weird, but there's a story. So I left here.
Yeah.
I went to go get a coffee. Okay. I get to Tim's, and I'm like, cool, it's open. But when I pull in, I see somebody coming out of the drive-thru.
Yep.
And I see a police officer parked.
Just chilling.
Yeah, just chilling,
Okay.
hanging out in the parking lot like they do sometimes. Okay.
Paperwork.
Yeah, so
Alright.
I make mental note of this because I'm like, don't do anything stupid. You are black. Things tend to get out of hand, and
Straight to unterrible.
Yeah, straight up. Well, I mean, there is a backstory on me getting pulled over a lot when I first started driving. It did happen. But okay, so here's how this went. So, get up to the window, and like it's taking a minute. Right?
Yeah.
There's only one other person in front of me, so I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it always takes forever at night too.
Yeah, which is
Like
fine.
one person doing all the work.
Yeah, exactly. Like Tim's is short-staffed. Let's face
Yeah.
it. There's a giant global thing happening right now.
Canada-wide.
Yeah.
'Cause Tim's doesn't exist anywhere else.
Yeah, but I mean, just
Oh, like COVID.
did you almost miss your mouth?
No, I'm trying to see how hot it is.
Man's not hot. Anyways,
It's burning.
man's is hot. All right. So I'm at the order menu. Okay, and I'm waiting. And what did dude say? I heard him say something like double plain or some shit like that. But he said it like kind of softly.
Okay.
But I had already been waiting for a little bit, so I thought,
Yep.
because you know how sometimes when you're waiting, they say they're welcome to Hortons, blah blah blah, or what can I get you? Some shit like that. I thought he was saying that because I was also zoned out at this point because
Okay.
I'd been waiting for so long.
Yep.
But I caught it afterwards, and I didn't because I heard double plain, but in my head it was like, what do you take or something like that.
Yep.
And I just kind of looked at the screen, and was like, what? And then silence
Okay.
for like a minute, and I was like, cool. Now it's awkward because I don't know if they're waiting for me to say something and they haven't said anything yet, or
Oh.
if like I just heard something I shouldn't have.
That's hilarious.
Right? So I'm like, okay. And then he comes into the speaker and he's like, Tim Hortons, like, what can I get you? So I'm like, okay, I heard it correct this time.
Yep.
So now I know I can place my order. So I tell him, I'm like, yeah, let me get a large double. And he's like, yeah, no problem, pull up. Get to the window. And that was good. I get to the window, and dude was like, he took his time or whatever, which is fine. I didn't care. And he gave me my coffee, or he comes to the window with my coffee, and he's like, that'll be $1 billion. And I was like, cool, it's on debit.
Yeah.
Because he's funny. I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's actually like really cool, really funny. Jokes all the
The
time.
old guy.
He's like
He's just witty. Older-ish.
Older-ish.
Like 40s, probably 50s.
I'd say I give it like late 30s.
Okay.
But yeah,
Tall.
yeah, you know the guy. I'm
Yeah,
talking
tall
about.
white dude.
Yeah. And so he makes the joke, and I go along with it or whatever. And then he doesn't give me the debit card, just hands me my coffee.
Okay.
And or the debit machine. So he just hands me my coffee, and I'm like, bro, I need to pay for this. And he's like, no, it's free. And I looked at him, I'm like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
thanks. I'm like,
Yeah,
but
thanks.
why is it free? Because I have to question it, because nothing's free.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he looks at me and he goes, oh, well, the person in front of you, because they ordered a lot, they heard me take your order. They were like, oh, if he's just getting a coffee, like, I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, okay, like, that's
nice of
fine.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
super grateful.
I do stuff like that all the time.
So do I. And sometimes it fucks with the big man sometimes when he pays for, or I pay for his shit. And then he goes, well, now I have to pay for the person behind me. And every single time it's happened, the person behind him orders like $30 worth of shit.
Yeah.
Always.
So the second last time I did this, I paid for somebody's $32 meal, which I'm okay with, to be honest, because I just said I would do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna back out. And then the last time I did this, I paid for Big Man's coffee.
Yeah.
And your coffee.
Yeah, I know. You did.
And then he was like extra like triggered
Yep.
in a good way about it
Yeah.
because like he couldn't pay it forward.
Yeah, he was just like,
Yeah,
I can't
at
do
all.
anything
Yeah,
about
he
this
can't.
now.
He couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
It was
So,
great.
super side note: if you're gonna go through a Tim Hortons drive-through, by the way, anywhere in Ontario, if your order is over like $12, go the inside. Just throwing that one out there. Go the inside, bro. Like I get it. You know, there's the whole you need your jab or whatever. But let me tell you something. You don't need it. Where we're from, anyways. You don't need it to go inside quickly and order your shit and get out. If you're in a Tim Hortons drive-through and you're getting like more than $12 worth of shit, and there's a huge lineup behind you.
Generally, the lineup is because too many people are ordering too much food through the drive-thru.
Exactly. So,
Right.
like, if you're doing that, stop, please, for the love of God. I get a coffee every day before work.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's 2 coffees. That's $4. I'm good with that because it's very quick. Pour, squirt, stir, whatever. Here's your shit. If you go through the Tim Hortons drive-thru and you're ordering sandwiches, and I don't mean like 2 or 1. I mean,
like
you're
7.
ordering sandwiches, bro, and like 2 trays worth of coffee. Go the inside. Don't waste my time.
Yeah.
Also, learn how big your car is and pull the up. I don't know how many times I've been in the drive-thru and I get
That's too
angry.
much swearing in 30 seconds.
I'm sorry.
I have to censor that out.
That's fine. But just pull up. Pull up. That's it. Pull up and don't order too much shit.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I get it.
Yeah. I know you get it because you live it. I don't know if anybody else here has lived it, but like.
I think everybody lives it, but even people who complain about it also do the same actions. I'm guilty for it, 100%. But at the same time, I'm as efficient as I can possibly be. So I order the food first.
Yeah.
So they have that ready.
Yes.
And then the coffee is the easiest thing to make, so that's the last thing that goes on my order.
Yes, which is technically, there was a whole thing about it like last year. They were like, this is technically the proper way you're supposed to do shit.
Yep.
Order your food first, then your drinks after, and it's easy. I don't disagree, but so
they paid for your coffee.
yeah, they paid for my coffee, and I was like, awesome, super grateful, whatever. And then as I'm leaving, I noticed that they haven't left the parking lot yet, so they just pulled up into a spot.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to try and say thank you to this person without making it weird by approaching them.
Yeah.
So I'm like pulling out of the parking lot. So I'm going this way. They are parked here.
Yep.
And Mr. Officer is parked here.
Okay.
Like this. Not in like 3 different spots, just kind of being a dickhead.
Okay.
Now.
Yep.
Here comes the awkward part for me, because I see them. I'm like, okay, I want to do something good for this person because they did something good for me. But Mr. Officer is definitely going to be eavesdropping when I scream out my fucking window. Okay? And I'm like, okay, well, I hope their windows are down.
Yeah.
I look, they're not. So I got to make it real loud. Okay? So like real loud.
Yeah.
And what comes out of my mouth is like, panic me. It's panic me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
dear.
I'm leaving.
Dear.
I try to honk, just like a little beep beep.
Beep beep.
And what comes out of my car is beep, like a stutter honk.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, well that didn't grab their attention. My window's all the way down, so I'm like, like thank you. And in my head, I immediately went to worst case Ontario.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, the cop's window's up too. He's not gonna know what I said. He might think that I just threw out some verbal abuse at an officer. Not because he has no idea what the situation is at this point. Me and this other person know that they paid for my shit.
Yeah.
So now I'm driving away and I'm panic looking out of my side view mirror, my rear view mirror. I'm waiting to get pulled over because in all my experiences, this is the time to get pulled over. For me anyways. Because I've now just technically drove past a cop, screamed some shit, and carried on my merry way. So I know that there's potential for me to get in some sort of trouble because not every instance that I've had, or verbal thing that I've had with an officer has been a good one. It's actually been a majority bad.
For you?
Yeah, for me.
See, mine's been a solid 50-50. I've met a lot of good cops.
I'm jealous.
But I've met just as many bad ones.
Okay, hold on. I'm talking about just the ones that like put you over.
Yeah, most of the ones I've met have pulled me over.
Okay.
I want to say it's like 95% of the ones I've met have pulled me over.
You want to know the difference between your percentage and mine?
Yours is 100%?
No.
Oh.
Mine's like 80. 80% bad.
80%?
Bad.
Oh, no. Oh, okay. In that
Yeah.
sense. Oh,
80%
that
bad,
sucks.
20% good.
That totally sucks.
Yeah, and you know what? Like 90% of the time,
Yeah.
I haven't done anything wrong.
True.
At all. 90% of the time. There's actually technically only one time that I can remember that I was doing something bad.
Yeah.
And that was just not giving up, blasting my subs as much as I can while I'm being pulled over.
True.
So at that
So you're
point,
kind of asking for
in that
it.
point, I
Yeah.
asked for it.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time, it's literally just been me driving, hanging out, or watching somebody get their ass kicked at the square
Yeah.
because the drunk guys came from the bar.
See, for me, oddly enough, the times where I should be getting in trouble, most times where I should be getting in trouble, is all the good interactions.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
And they're not even like good interactions because they like let me off the hook. They're just cool as shit.
Yeah, they're just genuinely good
Yeah.
people.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, in that sense, yeah, mine's like a solid 50-50.
That's pretty dope. Like, I remember an instance I got pulled over because I was speeding, which I was in the wrong, okay? But it wasn't, like, drastic speeding.
Yeah.
But I was speeding, and cop pulls me over, and I knew he was going to, so I made it very easy for him to, like, pull me over.
Yeah.
I seen him coming, I was like, okay, and I then started to pull over because I knew it was coming. His lights weren't even on yet. But anyways, he stops me, does the whole thing. He's like, you were speeding. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, my bad. And then I asked him a genuine question because, like, the covers for your license plate.
Yep.
So I had green ones.
Yeah.
That I got as a gift.
Yep.
And so and everyone was like, yo, like, those are illegal, this and that. So I was like, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity for me to ask a professional.
Yeah.
What the deal is.
Yep.
So I was like, hey, before you go, like, sorry to waste your time or whatever, but I do have a question. And he was like, all right, like, shoot. And at this point, he's been super nice.
Yep.
Right? And I was like, okay, the license plate covers that I have, now exposing myself, if it is illegal, I was like, what's the deal with them? Because, like, I got them as a gift. I've heard it's a gray area or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you could get in trouble or whatever. And he was like, he's like, well, let's put it this way. You're lucky that I didn't tell you to just take them off right now. And I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, like, I just asked you a question, bro. Like, why'd you get so upset?
It's
Like,
because they don't want to be bothered.
yeah,
by
I'm like,
stuff,
I
right?
get that, but
Yeah.
he English. He ended up being like something to do with like, well, like, if I were you, I would take them off as soon as
Yeah,
we can.
yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. My front one was broken anyways because some friggin' dude on the highway
Threw
just
a windshield wiper.
he
at
threw
you.
he threw a windshield wiper at me, and I was driving.
His car threw a windshield
Yeah.
wiper at your car.
Yeah, I was literally just driving, minding my own business, and it was a long drive. I don't remember where it was coming from, but I was like, I think it was probably Milton.
Milton or London.
Yeah,
One or the other.
and I was like, okay, minding my own business, and all of a sudden, like 5 cars ahead of me, I just see something go woof, and I was like, what is that? And then I went to, you know what, Matt? It really doesn't matter what it is. You should probably try to avoid it. You know what I did?
It swerved into it.
No, I kept driving straight. I was
Nice.
like, if I try to avoid it, there's a lot of cars around me.
Mhm.
I could potentially cause an accident by like swerving. So I just kept driving, same pace, same thing, and I just watched it come. And I was like, you know what? If this hits my windshield, rip, R.I.P. Sorry, mom and dad, I'm out. Like, it's fine.
You know what? so this story reminds me of the time that me and you were driving on the same road with the same amount of traffic, except there was a cop there that time. And I was swerving in and out of traffic. And I swerved in and out of this cop's lane because I was tired of doing 95 and he was tired of doing 95 because everybody was doing 95 because of his presence.
What's the speed limit?
100.
Just for reference, for the
Like,
that's kilometers for all the American folks out there.
Yeah. And the point is like regular flow of traffic on that highway is generally anywhere between 120 to 140, depending on the time and the amount of cars. The more cars, the more lenient the officers tend to be.
Well, you can't stop the flow of traffic, right?
Yeah, basically. So, and the general flow of traffic was between 120 and 140, except for around this one cop. Literally, except for. Because I was doing a $130 right in the middle of flow of traffic. Not in the fast lane or anything, like in the middle of the 9 lanes available. And we're just chilling. And then we all just come up to 95 for no reason. And I'm like, yo, what is this? And then I see the like blue and red.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yep.
Right? So I start like, going through lanes and stuff. I get beside him at one point, look at one of them, go hi, and then literally cut him off.
Accidental dirtbag.
And the guy didn't give a shit because he was like, Whatever.
Bro, they get
You know.
just as upset as we do about
Straight
people
up.
slowing down. But the only problem
Yeah.
is they're the reason everybody's slowing down. Everyone's like, shh, it's a cop. Everybody
Right?
quiet.
And I'm like, man, they're just normal people. Half the
Right?
time, like if they're like actually driving, they don't give a about you.
Right? They really
don't. Like, if it's local, different story.
Sometimes. Depending on the situation.
Yeah, but generally, like highways usually OPP.
Yeah.
They unless they're doing like speed trap, or they're literally pulling someone over, they don't really care that much.
Yeah, bro.
Within reason.
Honestly, OPP, shout out to you guys. Because
Yeah.
every like OPP officer I've met,
Same.
quality. 10 out of 10, like human being, just straight up the best. The
Same.
best experience in my life.
Yeah.
Like, Durham cops, on the other hand,
No.
yeah, I'm going to shit talk Durham cops. You guys are dicks.
Durham cops is the reason why my experience is 50-50.
Durham cops are the reason why my experience is 80-20. Like,
Yeah, no. If I didn't have the experience with the Durham cops, it would probably be closer to like 80-20.
yeah.
But on the good side of
Yeah.
80.
No, it's kind of shit. Like, okay, there's one exception for that I like in my own personal experience. There's one exception where the cops were like dope.
Yeah.
Like Durham cops were dope.
I've met quite a few cool Durham cops.
Yeah.
But I've definitely met more bad Durham cops.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I understand you're trying to do your job and shit, but you
Mhm.
don't have to be a dick about it.
Exactly.
You know
That's
what I mean?
the thing,
that's
right?
that's it. Like, yeah, okay. If
Like you pull someone
someone's-
over for speeding, they understand they're speeding.
Yeah.
They're gonna get the ticket regardless.
Now, that being said, if
don't be a dick about it, man.
if you pull somebody over and they're being a dick to you, 100%,
Yeah.
give them the juice, buddy. Like,
100%.
just go
You know.
all out. But if you pull over someone like us, who's literally
If I get pulled
like,
over for speeding, I get pulled over for speeding.
yeah, like I know I'm in the wrong. I'll
Yeah.
call myself out on it,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna be a dick to you because I was speeding. Like
Yeah.
that's not right. You're a human being, and I understand that.
Remember the last time I got pulled over?
Like the very last time.
Yeah.
No. Wait.
You were
when,
there.
when I had to come get you.
No.
Oh yeah. The
When
guy
your,
who
when your car broke down.
When fucking
So he was kind of a douche.
Yeah.
To be honest, because I understand why he pulled me over, but at the same time, like he let someone go who was doing like
worse.
40 over the speed limit.
Yeah.
in a
50.
in a suburb.
Yeah.
In a 50.
Like
Yeah.
in to be more correct, in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like directly in my neighborhood. He was
Yeah.
like, I had to let that guy go. He was some speeding ticket or some shit. And,
Yeah.
and he pulled you over because he thought your car was loud.
Yeah.
Dude got on the ground to check if there was a muffler. There is one.
It's not that loud.
And it's not loud. He just heard something, was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's a Honda boy. I'm gonna go get him. It's your lucky day, you piece of shit. Like,
Right?
keep speeding in my
And then-
streets and,
and then,
then
like,
came
he-
and tried to mess with
And
us.
then his other excuse was that I didn't use my turn signal, which hands down I didn't use
Yeah, I
because
know.
I didn't actually plan on turning left.
Because you're horrible for using signals.
I don't normally drive that road.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on. Last time you drove behind me, I used all my signals.
Last time.
Yeah.
What about the last times before that?
I've been getting better.
I guess it's all about baby steps. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Bump. Give you the bump.
So, anyways, this guy crawls under my car to check if there's a muffler.
Oh,
I'm like,
by the
yo.
way, we're on our way to work at this
Yeah,
point.
like we're
and,
just
like,
on our way to work. I'm not even like speeding or anything. And if I am, it's like within 10 over.
It's not
You know what I mean?
belligerent.
No, it's not belligerent. I'm not being loud. I'm not being a jerk. And yeah, I made a turn last minute, which I didn't plan on doing. But whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Just the amount of attitude out of that guy.
yeah,
is ridiculous,
he was just
though.
like, and he's like, so what's up with the muffler? And I was like, I don't know. I bought it like this.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that bad. Obviously, it passed like tech and safety
Yeah, it
and
has
all
passed
that
all
stuff.
the
Yeah.
requirements.
So,
So there's got to be one on there.
you know,
And sure as shit, he crawls underneath. And he's like, "Oh, there is one under there." It's like, "Yeah, no."
not even crawls underneath and says there is one under there. He says it looks stock.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, no shit. like,
Like, what are you like, bro? Just like, leave us alone. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like, is it? I don't know.
Like, you just don't have
That's
to be rude
interesting.
about it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, the one super good like Durham region cops that I had, like the one experience, I was in my clapped out green Civic. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
the heat scored. So this thing should have been pulled over 100%, and this is why I'm panicking already.
The one that you painted black, or the one that you didn't paint black?
The one that I didn't paint black, the one with the white lip.
So the very last one that you had.
Yeah, the very last.
Okay. The stupidly loud.
yeah, stupidly loud, just
Jesus. This thing
belligerent
was-
type Civic.
This thing was too loud for my standards.
Bro, it could be parked. You could look at it and be like, "Yo, it's too loud." That's how loud it was. Okay, so I'm driving that, and I'm like close to downtown,
Mhm.
and I'm going.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, well, I seen the cop, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, I'm good, but like, I'm not good. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
at this point, I'm in a bit of a situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I turn down the side street and I'm like, cool, maybe he won't follow me. He follows me. And I'm instantly like, oh, it's a good thing I got my seatbelt on. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And he gets behind me because the light is now red. And I'm like, just my luck. Red light. This is where it's going to happen. He gets behind me. And he does the typical like Durham cop thing, like the creep. They get behind you. They stop a little bit away. And then they do the creep. And they get real close.
Okay.
They did that. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, do my mama business.
I don't know if
I turned my music down this time.
Yo, I gotta interject. I don't think that's necessarily just a Durham cop thing. I think that's just everybody who drives an automatic.
Probably.
I'm not gonna lie. 'Cause
Probably.
everybody creeps. That's one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to like
Just
traffic.
get there. Just get there, bro. Just get there
Either
and stop.
just get there or don't move.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is just like burning my clutch out more.
Yeah, that's okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Right? Because like I gotta slip my clutch every time I go from 0 to whatever.
Yeah.
So like 300,000 kilometers later, you're gonna wear out your clutch faster
Yeah.
than you would if you just stayed in the one spot, and that's it.
Bro, I just do the roll back. I see you creeping, I'm rolling back. Because let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
If you rear end me, you're automatically at fault. What's up?
Within reason.
Well, I never said I'd roll back into them. I just said I'm a roll back.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
They only have to leave you like 6 inches of space.
That's fine. I'm gonna roll back 3.
Yeah.
And if you come up the other 3,
Yeah.
I'm taking you to court.
It's
What's up?
it's a really weird, specified, stupid law.
I don't have
I
a
think
freaking
it's
standard
just completely
anymore.
useless. Only because they're supposed to stop, 2 car lengths?
Enough to see the bottom of the car's tires touch the
That's
ground.
what we're taught in driving school.
Yeah.
There's actually like a distance.
Oh, I have.
I believe it's 2 car lengths.
I never read the book. I just winged it.
But you're not. You could get a ticket for rolling back more than 6 inches in a standard.
Probably.
Yeah. It's
But
just a stupid law.
I usually just do it to like let people know, hey, it's not automatic.
Yeah.
Give me my space. Because I've been in too many instances where it's like I'm new to driving standard, right? And this person is now up my asshole. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, well,
See, I haven't really had those.
I have. And I've also had it happen to other people in front of me who are learning, and it's very clear to me. And then the douchebag behind me starts honking because dude's been at the stop sign for like 30 seconds, right?
Yep.
And that's happened once on my way to work, and I literally rolled down my window and screamed at this dude. I was like, he's learning, fuck off.
Yeah.
And then I left it.
Yeah.
And dude just stayed behind me, stayed quiet, and I was like, good, because if he honked one more time, I was going to get out.
Yep.
I was going to go back to him and have a nice conversation, and then go to the car in front of me and be like, hey,
You're cool.
do you want some pointers? Do you want some help? Like, I'm willing to help you.
Yeah.
But he stayed quiet, so I just let it go. And I waited like 10 minutes. I waited 10 minutes behind this guy.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care. I understood
It is what it is.
that he was learning.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to this cop thing. So I'm at this red
Creeps
light.
forward.
Yeah. So he creeps forward, and I'm like, okay, like super panic mode engaged. And then he turns his spotlight on,
Okay.
and he's shining it in my car.
Okay.
And I'm like, yo, I just entered the danger zone. Like this, like some shit is about to go down.
Like you're gonna get held up at gunpoint.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking it's
Like,
something
straight
serious.
up. Yep.
And then all of a sudden,
Yep.
it's spotlight in my car, and then away, and then back, and then away, and then back, and I'm like, okay, something is weird.
Do you
here.
know this person?
No, it's a cop.
Yeah, but did you
No, I had
end up knowing this person?
No, I didn't.
What?
So
Interesting.
then I realized, okay, maybe he's trying to get my attention.
Yeah.
Basically, like treat me like a dog, right? Basically,
Okay,
just be like,
yeah.
hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I now look where he's actually shining his spotlight to.
Yeah.
And there's a freaking rat, like this big, okay, and that's without the tail, this big, and it's crawling across the street.
What?
And this cop is literally trying to get my attention to be like, yo, check out the size of this freaking rat,
my
bro.
God.
And that is the number one. Like if I had to
That
rate,
tops all my stories.
yeah, this is what I'm
Yeah,
saying. If I had
100%.
to rate Durham cops off of
except for
that one situation alone, if I had to
Yep.
rate them, 10 out of 10. For that one
Actually-
specific thing, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, there's only one story that it wouldn't top, and you were there for that.
Ooh, I gotta think hard about
I
this.
can't really say this one.
Yeah, I know. I gotta think real hard. Give me like
Poor
timeline.
Perry.
Poor Perry. What car were you driving?
None of us were driving cars.
Okay.
Wait, no, you might have not been there.
there's a good chance you and the other brother used to past tense liked to excuse me out of certain things.
I mean,
sometimes.
this wasn't necessarily like something that we would purposefully excuse you from.
How did you get to Port Perry without driving?
The other brother's uncle, and then we went to Uxbridge, picked up his kid.
Okay, so I know the situation at this point.
Yeah.
I know the situation.
Were you there for that?
I don't think so.
All right.
But I feel, like I was, but I don't think I was.
I have a question for the audience.
Talk to me, Daddy.
Do you guys want us to make a Patreon where we
just straight up uncensored,
uncensored stories that we can probably tell?
Because I'm telling you right now, if the answer is yes, you'll love it. There's so many things that we cannot talk about.
There's a lot
on
of things
here.
There's a lot of things.
Like a lot.
Let us know in the comments on who wants us to make a Patreon.
Yeah.
Where we can talk about explicit content.
Yeah. Like, oh man, I'm excited. It's not even a thing yet, but I'm excited because there's good stories, and I like to relive these moments because my life right now is boring as shit, bro. I work and go home. That's it.
Mine is not.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
I still
not.
got some shit going on.
You always got shit going on. That's why you're toxic as hell. Wow. Oh, I just cracked my back and it freaking felt great. But yeah. I don't know. I forgot to set up a timer, so I'm just gonna. Should I just do an outro at this point, and then, or do you got more? You want to talk more?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
No, I could just use a generic one for this one.
I feel like we're gonna at some point we're gonna come out of the generic stuff. At some point, it doesn't have to be right now
for the most part,
but we could do an outro.
Only because I like the little part of the generic one.
Yeah, right. It is actually
like
pretty
intro wise, whatever.
Yeah,
because it's super generic.
Yeah,
that outro one at least has like some character to it.
Yeah. All right.
You know what I mean?
All right. We'll leave it at that then. We'll use the generic one. But at some point.
Yeah.
At some point, we got to get your camera skills up.
My camera skills.
Your camera skills. That's right.
In the sense,
not like camera skills.
Oh, like
your personality.
Like vocalizing.
We got to +1 your personality here.
Oh, that might be very toxic.
Not +1, like add another person. Just like level up. You know.
Level up.
Yeah, we got to level up your camera personality.
I just got to pretend it's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like a +0.5 right now because you know what you got to do, but you haven't done it. You understand the assignment, but you haven't passed yet.
No.
Like, you're disagreeing with me?
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
I haven't passed yet.
Yes, that's right.
The answer is no.
Yes. Yes. Do me a favor.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That was good. I was
now pronounce EYES.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, bye.
Follow me, Daddy.
Okay, son.
What are we?
Oh, I wish I could take this mic off right now and just go.
Sucks to be you. I guess we'll just let this run out. We could get some stuff that we could use as extras. Some shorts. Some short. Fuck. Some shorts. Thank you.
Some shorts.
Thank you for coming.
You want?
Not in that sense.
You're wearing pants right now. Why do you want shorts? It's winter out.
It's hot in this room though. It's hot as fuck.
Well, yeah.
Maybe it's just me.
It could just be you.
I'm hot as fuck.
You're also drinking a hot coffee.
Yeah. It's like lukewarm. That was dangerous. It's lukewarm.
It's warm.
It's room temp.
It's warm. It's warmer than room temp. Considering...
No, this room is hot. It is room temp.
Hold on. Considering I was holding my coffee and I was still able to feel the heat from your cup.
Heal the feet. Yeah.
Feel the feet from your cup.
Feel the feet from my cup.
It's warm. Your body temperature just might be really hot, so you don't perceive it as warm.
Because I'm hot. You heard it here first, folks. I'm hot.
Like, temperature-wise.
Damn it. Slower on my ding-dong.
What the fuck?
You're not picking down what I'm putting up, alright?
Yo.
Yeah.
Can we do one where we whisper only?
And then release it on April?
No.
Okay, yeah, we could do it
Just
anyways.
an entire podcast where we whisper only.
That's it for this episode of Toxic and Weeb. Make sure you guys like the videos, subscribe. Also, if you're into automotive content, we have another channel Built Retro Garage. I'll say it again because I kind of stuttered. Yeah, make sure you check us out. If you like those videos, give us a like, give us a subscribe. YouTube, Instagram, and yeah.
It helps the algorithm out quite a bit.
Yeah.
So we appreciate it.
Yeah, every like, every comment, every subscribe. You know, if you like our stuff, just communicate with us. It's great. We'll listen sometimes.
See you next time.
Bye. Oh.
Weeb.
Bro, you're toxic. Even just here.